What's up guys, this is Astranox. In this video I want to talk about this game called Buriedbornes2. I played the first one over 6 years ago and this one came out not long ago, and it's cross-platform. You can play it on PC, you can play it on mobile, you can play Android, iOS. The links will be in the description of the video. So this game is very fun. For me, you know, over the years, I always had this game kind of like in the back of my mind, thinking about it like, man, that's really cool what this game does. And I didn't play it after the series of videos that I've released of the first game. Now the second one seems to be, well, it's either I'm struggling a bit, but like it seems to be maybe harder, and my score, I can't reach as high level scores that I've reached in the first one. Maybe it's the way the scoring system works, but I've had some pretty solid runs. Now the thing is, the way this game works is that you have you're kind of like your soul going into like a corpse, and then that corpse is alive, and you can start with so many different races, classes, and builds. Like there's starter skills that you can use. There's so many ways to play this game and so many builds, and you have 3 item slots, and you find gear as you progress in you know, various places in the game. It's quite dark and messed up, and I really like it. It's very treacherous, but the really cool thing about it is that you can just stumble upon a chest out of nowhere, and that chest might contain some crazy gear, right? A crazy piece of gear which just like will make you want to change your whole build. And you find skills often in this game, and also passives that you can hook up to your skills, so you're able to change your build very often. So based on which gear that you find, you can really turn your crappy character into like sort of like a godly one. But like I said, this game is treacherous, and you might encounter some very powerful foe out of nowhere. Like it could be early on in the game. But the cool thing about the game is that, yes, you will often die. That's the whole process of this game. That's the whole point of it. You die, and then you go back into a new body. Now, the thing is, when you die, you are able to get certain like sort of like enchantments that you can apply on your body parts, depending on which class that you're playing, depending on which class. The body parts will be associated with those classes, right? So if you decide to start with a brand new class, then you have to redo the enchanting thing again. But it just opens up so many different possibilities in this game. Like right now I'm fighting a kidnapper. That kidnapper has their life bar twice. I have to defeat bring the life bar down, because there's a red dot under the life bar on the right, and monsters can have multiple life bars that you have to defeat, which is crazy. Then they can have a shield. So right now I'm using a druid, and the druid I had to unlock it by joining a guild. It's not an actual guild with other players. It's like sort of like an NPC guild, and then I was able to get some currency, and then I was able to level one of the third one, I think, in that guild, the third thing, and then I was able to unlock the druid after bringing that thing to level 3. So I have the druid, and the reason I like the druid, well, I was trying it out. I'm not sure if it's performing as good as in the first one, but the druid has a thorn ability. So when the monsters hit you, they receive damage, and then the thorn scales based on your dexterity or your piety. And basically, when you have certain skill that you want to work with because you feel good about them, you feel like, man, that could really slap. So I'm gonna just like start with this class which has this skill, and then I'm gonna like have enchantments on my body parts that boost the stats, that boost the damage of that said skill. And then you're gonna be able to have a stronger start, which makes it so that you have a more successful time that you can push further into the game. And you know, like I said, you stumble upon like, it could be like a like a half dead man, and you get a choice. Do you want to help him or not? And then you help him, and then he ends up dying, and then like there's actually a chest with valuable. You loot his corpse, and then you find some crazy stuff sometimes. So it could be something like that, or you find some kind of cave, you survey it, and like you can find things like out of nowhere, right? There's like events, and it's very randomized. It's every time you do you get into the depth of hell, whatever, in these dungeons, in these labyrinths, you will have a different experience. You're gonna stumble upon different monsters, and like I said, out of nowhere you could be fighting some crazy boss, some crazy monster. But what's really cool about it is that maybe on that run you got like a piece of gear that really helped your build, or you changed your build and you just found a piece, or you found a piece and then you decide to take a certain new skill because of that item that you found, and then you defeat that crazy tough opponent. These are like moments that really make you feel good, right? You're like, man, that was cool. I thought I was really going to, die on that run, but like you're pushing further and further. And there's a lot of times you're gonna think that you're done for, right? But then you survive. So that's when I feel like it's really cool. And those are the moments that made me think about this game over the years. And I was like, man, like, there was like certain moments like I really thought I was done for, and like you're able to pull through, and that's really cool. So this game, like I said, it's a cross-platform, right? PC, iOS. It's on Steam, right, for PC, and I'm playing on Steam. Now I'm able to record here in landscape, and normally, you're playing in portrait, right? And like I said, a lot of depth. When you lose your body, when you lose your run, you are accumulating certain points. You're accumulating. There's also chests that you can get throughout your run, and if you go to the surface, you're able to open these chests, right? But if you don't go to the surface to open these chests, well, you lose them on the run. So it's sort of like there's hardcore elements in this game, and I really like it because I'm a very big fan of hardcore mode in ARPGs. This is not an ARPG. It's like a turn-based type of game. So there's also an auto mode that you can turn on. You can auto your battles, and it will, I don't know if the AI is good to use the right skill, or I think it just used them in like from left to right, and just based on like if they're off cooldown and stuff like that. So it will not think for you. So if you're doing what I did in the first one, is that I used to like run the easy battles on auto, and then the tough ones, if something like, oh man, what the hell is that guy, like he seems really strong, I turn it off, right? And there's another thing that you can find as you fight. You find like a chest, you get like some kind of passive skill, and I've seen that you're able to even get auto movement. So you're gonna be able to like explore dungeons automatically and battle automatically. So maybe later on, when you have like your body parts enchanted, because each body part can have 2 enchantments on them, when you have a strong you found like a race that like works, that has good synergy with the class that you want to play, with the skill that you start with, or some skill that you find anyways, but usually it's going to be about really setting up that starter character, and then you can start your new run and you're very strong. You're much stronger than, let's say, when you started the game initially. So every run you're slowly getting stronger and stronger. And also in the camps, when you reach a camp, you're able to sort of like on this board of passive, you can unlock the different path, right? But it's all random. Like that board is different in every run. It's not like static. So that's really cool too. Like maybe on a certain run, you're using intelligence based skills. Also another thing, abilities and skills, they are based on usually the damage of not just one stat. It's either one or the other, or both of them together. So that's really cool. So maybe you don't find intelligence, but then you find like in your camp on that board, you're putting points into like, it could be piety. The skill could scale of intelligence or piety, so whichever is the highest, right? So that's really cool. And sometimes you're gonna get that type of like perfect run. Not only like you might get some crazy OP 5-star piece of gear that really complement your build, but also like when you reach that camp and you allocate these passives, maybe stuff like really line up and you're able to get a lot more damage or a lot more survivability, and that makes each run unique and a lot of fun. And if you manual through it, yeah, I mean, like maybe after a bunch of runs, you might get tired of it. But like I said, you're getting stronger, so you can start to auto your runs. But I prefer to manual because, to be honest, like it goes fast, and also I can time my skills, and I'm able to really not put the stuff that's important on cooldown for when like there's a tougher fight. These things are available to me, right? So that's important also. Like if you're gonna auto everything, well, like unless you're lucky, I think you're gonna be struggling, right? But of course, if you auto, you might be doing like quick runs to unlock new enchantments to your body parts, so you get stronger, and you're accumulating like points with whichever guild that you're with to unlock like to level up the buildings or whatever, and then you're able to unlock certain things that you can start with, maybe new class, a new race, a new title, like a prestigious title and stuff like that. All these things can work together, and there's, like I said, so many races, so many classes, so many starter skill setup. So the depth is insane in this game. Even though there's only 3 item slot, there's so many possibilities, but it stretches. Like I said, out of nowhere, it could be fighting like a really tough boss, right? But as you get more knowledge in the game, you're gonna be able to understand things better, and you're gonna get, well, knowledge is power in this game, really. So that's something I really love. And I got clapped. Like this dude, this gladiator just destroyed me. I should have pulled the combat log, because I'm pretty sure it has it like in the first game, and I should have checked like what the hell just happened, because like he just destroyed me. I'm pretty sure I had a nice amount of like health and shield left, so maybe he bypassed my shield and then he attacked directly into my health. So there's a lot of different things like that. You can build like torn builds, you can build things that deal damage each turn automatically. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the like, download Buriedbornes2 in the from the links in the description of the video. That's it for this one. I'm Astranox. Good luck with all ya do. Peace out for now. Visit my website to download free wallpapers from anime to cartoon fantasy for your PC or phone in 4K quality. Check it out by visiting my website, astranox.net.